Do that again.
Hey, my name is Joseph Odom. I'm here with Kevin Feigl from News 12. Um, I got a few questions for you. That's all right.
Sounds good.
What made you start communications?
Ooh, good one. When I was probably a junior in high school, I knew I wasn't going to be a pro baseball player. So I figured, what's a better way to get and stay involved and do sports and do talk about sports for a living?
Yes, sir. Another question. What is your favorite sport?
My favorite sport is baseball, but I really do like pretty much everyone. I mean, there's nothing out of the ordinary that sometimes the unusual sport becomes a fun sport too.
What about team?
Different sports. Braves for baseball. I was a diehard 80s Laker fan in the 80s with the Showtime. Pittsburgh Steeler fan in the NFL. And then a Wayne Gretzky fan, so Edmonton Oilers for hockey.
Um,
And a Syracuse Orangeman.
how long have you been doing communications?
I think I did radio right out of college, and that was 2000. And then I did a handful of years there, and I've been doing TV probably 13 here, 3.5, 16, almost 18 years now.
Did you have any influence that made you do communications, or
Um, that's a good question. Nobody's ever really asked me that. I don't know of one person that really influenced me. I think it was just always wanting to be involved in sports somehow. At Syracuse, there's a lot of great broadcasters that went to school there, and so that's why I just continued from there.
um, and where are you from?
I'm originally from a small town in upstate New York called Deposit, a town of 2,000. My high school class had 75 kids on it, and now the school has about 40 kids in their senior class.
What are your favorite things to do with communications?
I like telling stories. I mean, it's kind of fun to tell the stories of athletes, local athletes, college athletes, because everybody's got a story. Sometimes you got to prod them to find out their stories. And sometimes I enjoy covering the non-traditional sports, maybe more than the mainstream sports.
What was your first job?
Well, going back to when I was a kid, I think I had a paper route. I think we all did at one point in time. First job out of college, though, was in the business was a radio job, a small town radio station in my hometown. That was fun.
What made you get the job with News 12 and nowhere else?
That's a great one too. I was in Nebraska working 3.5 years, and I needed a change. And this job opened for a weekend sports person initially, and so I applied. Fortunately, I got a phone call, and the rest is history, so to speak. And it's a nice area to live. I mean, we have low cost, we have the Masters, we have two really good Division II college basketball teams. Hour away from Columbia, hour and 45 minutes away from Athens, so it's a pretty good gig. And that small golf tournament we have.
Um, where did you go to college at?
Syracuse University. I went from a small town of 2,000 to having almost twice as many kids in my class than I did in my town.
If you had one dream place to live, where would it be?
Ooh. My dream job, as far as the job concerns, would be like the Triangle, Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina, because you have three big-time Division I colleges right there. Place to live. Never really thought about that. Someplace warm, I'll tell you that. After living in New York for 2/3 of my life, place warm. That's where I want to be.